Hello, Midlifers. On this week's episode, we have our very first ever guest. He's a Melbourne comedian and podcast host and co-host, Sammy Petersen. We have a lot of laughs and a lot of fun with him, and we hope you do too.
Wax on, wax off.
Cigarettes.
Excellent.
Hello.
Hello,
and welcome, Midlifers. We are your hosts, Bron
and Miz.
and this is your weekly podcast where it's not self-help, but more help yourself to a limited edition special guest episode.
Oh, all right, Midlifers. A very special episode. Our very first guest on our podcast. A guest who's basically the Kevin Bacon of Aussie comedy and media. Everyone knows him. Everyone's worked with him. And we're here to ride his coattails.
He's been touring the country with his stand-up show, Why the Long Face?
And you might know him from not one, not two, but three smash hit podcasts. Your Two Drunk Aunties with Bron Lewis, Not Another Crime podcast with Georgia Love, and the cult fave, Confessions with Sammy Petersen, which is on a tiny hiatus, but don't worry, we're manifesting its glorious return. Or are we the assholes for suggesting this?
Ooh. This man's got more connections than a telecom switchboard, although apparently Paulie Shaw hung up on him. But we'll let Sammy spill the tea or squeeze the jit-oos on that one.
Strap in or strap on, Midlifers, whichever tickles your fancy. It's about to get hilarious, unfiltered, and maybe just a little bit unhinged. Please welcome the king of comedy, Sammy Petersen.
Oh my goodness, what an intro. I hope not king of comedy like the Martin Scorsese film. A little bit terrifying.
A bit dark.
It is very dark. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, well, yeah. So you don't know then.
We pretended.
You pretended. You did well. That's a bit dark, and it is dark. You're right. When you said dark, I was like, oh, yeah, I've seen it. I'm the sort of person that pretends they've read a book, or I pretend I've seen a film, and I go,
But you called it out on us right away.
yeah,
I was like,
I go, how dare you? Yeah, because I know that people have done it to me in the past as well. They go, you didn't watch it, did you? I did a film podcast a little while ago, and I was like, yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
And then rock up, and they're like asking me really pointed questions about it. And I was getting through it because I read a bit about it.
Okay.
And I got on the way, I was kind of listening to things about it. So I was like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But then after he just goes, you didn't watch it.
They saw
no.
through you.
Yeah.
Busted.
Which is fun to be called out. In the moment, you go, I don't know.
Yeah, you just got to admit it. Admit defeat. Because
yeah.
I think it gets worse when you just
start
keep going with it.
snowballing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
And don't be one of those people that just lies upon lies.
Lies upon lies. I'm the Bell Gibson of comedy.
At least you're not the Aaron Patterson
I
of comedy.
know, yeah, it's close. Close second.
No mushroom for that one.
Okay, Fonz is really great with the dad jokes, mum
It's
puns.
good.
The puns are there. So Sammy, I want to know, how did you actually get into comedy? Were you like the class clown growing up, or you were the quiet observer that would take everything in?
I think I was the class clown. I don't really know what I was. I'm probably just annoying. I feel like I was just kind of a bit annoying in class. My mum was a drama teacher. And so I did lots of theatre sports and did lots of school assemblies that always bring me out to do a funny thing.
Oh, fantastic.
And I do lots of impressions. I used to do Bert Newton very badly, and Ozzy Osbourne, may he rest in peace.
Ah, yes.
Recent.
Can we have one of them?
No, I couldn't do them. I just pretended. I thought at that point that I could do.
Because if you can do Bert Newton, I can try be Belvedere.
Yeah.
Yes, Bert. No.
Yes, Bert. That's actually quite good. That's a bit of Dickie Nicky in there. But I didn't really know what I was doing, and I just kept going and going and going. But I loved Judith Lucy, Fiona Lachlan, Will Anderson were my big three growing up, and I always loved them. And I only liked Australian comedy because my parents didn't like British or American comedy at all. So I never grew up with American comedy. A little bit of British, but mostly Australian. And so I just watched these comedians all the time and was just dreaming of.
And which shows? Which shows were they on?
Well, so no, they were comedy galas. So I used to watch the comedy galas and watch Fiona Lachlan and watch Judith Lucy.
And actual stand-up comedy.
Yeah, always stand-up comedy.
Wow.
But no, and just for me, it was Frontline, Kath and Kim, any Australian show. I watched all the Comedy Company, even though that was years past my time. I loved that. The Late Show.
Yep.
All of those and it was only Australian stuff that I loved.
Yep.
And I think Australia's humour is kind of underrated in a way. Like I think The Castle is like one of the funniest films of all time, and
Brilliant.
it's so good. And there's a lot of, I find the funny is the joy in the shit things for me. Like a lot of the time it's making fun of things and punching down.
Yeah.
And I always think the joy is in the people that are so proud of something that you go, it's not that great, but I love that you're doing it, and I love that you're about that, and I love that you kind of love collecting these things that you only tell certain people about, and they're so proud of it. And it's kind of, there's a beauty in that I think
So
isn't
are
in other
you
places.
a bit of a roaster?
No, not at all. No, I don't. I try not to do the punch down in comedy stuff because I don't enjoy the roasting, and I kind of find that it kind of exhausting, and it feels like such an American thing as well. The roasting of
I can't watch
people.
roasting. You know, I find it too harsh.
Oh, it's too harsh. Yeah. And a lot of people find they need to do it as well, or make a real quip about someone. And you're like, I just don't really enjoy that.
Yeah.
I think Australia does do a little bit of that sometimes. Like they like the tall poppy syndrome to bring someone down, and I just don't like it that much. I just think there's room for everybody and there's no time.
But you do like taking the piss. Because that's Australian to me.
Yeah.
So it can kind of be a fine line between the two.
Yeah, I think taking the piss is fine. I think usually of yourself is a lot funnier, and it's funny to kind of take the piss out of some things, but only people you know that are comfortable with what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because God, like talking to people in the audience sometimes, and you can just see in their face, they're like, I don't want you to talk to me.
Well, that was
I'm going to do it.
That was going to be my question because before we went on air, we were talking about theatre sports and the whole improv thing.
Yeah.
And the part I probably like the least when I go to see shows are talking to audience, because if you don't get it right, it sinks the mood of the whole show. And some people, like they feel really uncomfortable when when the spotlight's on them. So have you ever had any, or you can sort of gauge when you know to back off? Or
you can see in people's body language that they're not really that keen to talk, and then you can see that they kind of go into themselves a bit, or you start to talk to them and they back away a bit, and you're kind of going, okay, great. But some people don't pick up on that body language, and they start getting hard on them, and I don't like it when comedians go really hard on an audience member, because I think a lot of the time you forget that, like on a cold night or something, you're like, these people came out, and a lot of people get angry at the people that weren't there. And it's like, don't get angry at them, because there's like a lot of people that are here and really enjoy it. So you have to be nice to those people rather than
So it's coming on stage with a thought of gratitude.
Half full.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for actually being here, rather than the people that weren't there that you can't get angry about because you don't know who they are. All the people that paid for tickets and don't come, you're like, wow, thank you.
Yeah.
That's actually great for me.
Exactly.
I could sell a few more tickets, actually. I'll go spruiking on the street.
Have you ever met any of those comedians, your icons growing up? And what were they like in real life?
I have met all of them, actually. Fiona Loughlin I made a documentary about, and she was one of my best friends for a very, very, very long time, since I was 18.
Oh, wow.
And Judith Lucy, got to work with her a lot, which was great. And Will Anderson I still kind of work with a lot, which is great. So, and they've all been lovely. In their own way, they kind of take you aside and they kind of show you things. And the greatest thing that you're finding out about all of them is they're very normal people that do the same. I think that's a great thing about when you say comedians, it's hard to kind of look up to a comedian a lot of times because they're in the shittest bars in the world. It doesn't matter how famous they are. Jerry Seinfeld still goes to the shittest place with the stickiest floors and he walks down a broken staircase, and it is all, you can't be cocky when you're and cocky comedians I don't really like, because I'm like, but you're still here. And you're still, there's a drive for it that means that we're all going to be the same. It doesn't matter what level you're on. You're always going to be the same.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get to gig with those really big names that you love and admire, but 3 seconds in, you notice that they're exactly the same as you.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah,
That's
which
so
is
cool.
nice. I mean, there are some assholes, but it's but there are a lot of really nice people that you just love.
There would be any Aussie assholes.
I mean, there are, but it's they're not as prevalent, I think. Or you don't really notice it, and they're dicks to people, but it's no one hangs out with them. It feels a little bit more kind of insular, I think, in a way.
Yeah. So after high school, did you sort of go into theatre sports, which then led to stand-up comedy, or did you just take the plunge and go for it? Or
just did stand-up. Just went, I'll just go and do it and
Yep.
try it. I met a comedian by the name of Greg Fleet, and he
Mm.
was like an iconic comedian back in the day. Kind of started stand-up, really. Him and Wendy
Wow.
Harmer kind of were the people who started stand-up in Australia.
Yeah.
So he was like instrumental. Like he set up the scene in Melbourne in particular. And
Mm.
so I did a workshop, and he was the person that was running the workshop. And he said, I'll get you your first gig. And then we became really close, and we started a podcast together, and we did all this stuff together for years and years and years.
What year was this?
This was, oh my God, this was 2011, maybe.
A
2000.
podcast.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
we started
You're ahead of your
podcasting really
time.
early on. Like,
Jeez, yeah.
not many people really knew what a podcast was.
No.
And we started doing it. I think there was Tofop around with Will Anderson and Charlie Clausen, the Dum Dum Club, but not many in Australia. Like, it was a very fresh.
How did
new
you
thing.
publish that or make that go live? Was it on cassette or CD?
yeah. No, we just had to go into people's homes. And, it was a can with a string. It was, I don't know what, I can't even remember what it was. It was, we had to get it through a studio. I remember the studio we recorded at were very ahead of their time and had a podcast studio.
Wow.
And only there was a couple that used it, but it wasn't many. I'll have to find out what year it was, but it was like in 2014 at the very latest.
Gee,
like it was
wow.
it was very early on.
Yeah.
And I was also very young. I was like in my very early 20s. So
Yeah.
it was like, it was a crazy thing to just do because no one knew what it was
No.
either. So you asked people to come on and they didn't know what a podcast was.
Yeah.
Like, apart from Will Anderson and a few people, when they came on, they kind of knew what it was.
Yeah.
But everyone was like, oh, it's just kind of a pretend radio.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, it's still a good way to explain it, really. To
Yeah.
people that still don't really know what it is. Yeah. It's kind of harder to know what it is when it's been around for so long now. that
I
you're like,
can't
know.
believe it's
Yeah.
been around.
Yeah, I
for
didn't
so long.
realise.
Yeah. When did you two start?
Last year.
Last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in December 2023,
Yeah.
Chris's party fund said, do you want to start a podcast? I said, yeah.
And I swore I never wanted to start a podcast. Like everyone's doing podcasts.
Yeah.
And then that night we went out and I'm like, do you want to do one? I don't know what possessed me. And
A few
here we are.
margaritas.
Yeah.
My kids drive me nuts. Like, I need something
You
in
did
my
something.
life.
Yeah.
I think what we knew, we needed something creative to get into.
Yeah.
And this has been it.
This has
Or
been it.
Hopefully there's more to it.
Yeah. It's hard to start though. Like, and when we started, it was like, because we didn't really know what it was, I was kind of like, oh, I think there's a new thing that we should get onto, which meant that later I kind of had a little bit of an audience when that podcast stopped with Fleety, 5 years later, a few years later than that, I started at my own podcast. And I was like, oh, that's really cool because you kind of had an audience there that were kind of like waiting for you to, do something else. And I tried heaps of other ideas first. Like, you go through 6 ideas and try this out, try that out. Nothing's working. And then you finally find the one that you actually want to do.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't give you that time either. Like I find even, Georgia Love and I started a podcast early this year. And people give you no time to work out what it is because they think it should be perfect straight away.
Yeah.
So you don't get really that time to be like, people going, you're talking too much up the front. You're doing this, you're doing that. Hate this, hate that. And we're like going, it's our second episode. We're really trying to work it out.
Well, that's why I think the hard part for us is that, as I said before, we're nobodies. So nobody knows us. But I suppose the flip side of that is we have had time. So this is like we're a year and a half into doing this. And now I feel like we're starting to find our feet.
Yeah.
So it's okay because now if people tune in, now we're pretty good.
We're all right.
Yeah.
Tune on the first episode. Commiserations, guys.
That's funny when people start following us and they go to our first episode. You're like, no,
don't.
Don't. I think that's with everything as well. It's like, I think even if you're proud of the first episode when it comes out, if you're looking years down the track and go, you shouldn't be proud of that. You shouldn't be proud of your first thing because you have grown so much.
Yes,
in that
that's
time.
right.
There's no way you would be as excited or should be because you've moved on so much.
But if you didn't have the pride to begin with, how would you go forward?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's that veil of, I don't know, delusion?
Yeah,
Live in delusion.
Well, that's also how you're going to learn. Like if you don't, if you procrastinate, you could have heaps of people that said, "Oh, I want to do it, but I don't think I'm going to be any good."
Yeah.
Then they're never going to do it. So I'd rather be a person that tried and fell in my ass.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, what was your first stand-up experience like? Did it go well, or
Yeah, it did go well. I'm actually doing the the first ever gig I did, I'm doing the same room tomorrow night,
Oh,
which is like the first time in a very long time
Yeah.
I've ever done it. But yeah, it went well. Like I had a lot of friends there though.
Oh, that's good.
That was probably because then the second gig I did was awful.
Oh.
So it was like the first gig was really good and then the second gig was awful. And everyone has that. It's either the first gig's really bad or the second gig that's really bad.
Okay.
It's like you really have to. And the second gig was just like the two people who I just hated it so much. And then the first one was like nice and I was kind of like living on a high then and you're like, how great.
Yeah.
But then when you first start, you're not gigging every night. So you have to kind of, you have to wait a week or 3 weeks or whatever. And you're like, you have to live in that shame for 3 weeks of going, oh God, I bombed.
Stewing it
For so long and think about it constantly. But now if you have a bad night, you don't think about it at all.
You just brush it off.
I don't care. But you just, or you don't care on stage. But when you first start out, it's like, because it's most people's worst fear is like standing by yourself on stage. So it's like when you first start, you're like, oh that's the most terrifying thing to bomb. And then after a while, you're like, it doesn't really matter. Like you just keep going and you go, these people are never going to think about it again.
Yeah.
I suppose, that's a life lesson for us all midlifers. It's okay to fail. It's okay to bomb. You just get up. Wipe your knees, dust your knees off and keep going.
Yeah. And you just have to because it's like, well, you do have to keep going. If you want to do it, there's no other way to. And then you can't learn in any other way either. You can't teach stand-up or any of those skills. You just can't teach it. Like it's a very hard skill, but the only skill you can do is by actually stage time, like getting up, failing, and like like last week I tried all this new material, and 50% of it didn't work, 50% of it did, and you go, great, okay, that's really good to know those things, and you can talk the audience through it and what you're trying to do, but no laughs is not like a scary thing anymore because you're because you're like, oh, it doesn't really
accept
matter.
it.
It's all part of it.
Yeah, and you have to do that because if you don't do that, then you've got new material to work on.
Yeah.
So you have to get used to the glitz and glam of the no laughs and the but that's showbiz, baby. The no laughs. As I always say now, they go, oh, if something's really not going well, I go, sometimes you don't laugh, but that's showbiz, baby. I feel like it's a fun thing to pull them back.
I think as long as you put jazz hands.
Yeah, jazz hands, that's showbiz, baby. The glitz and glam.
No, just the way you said that just remind me of actually that's how we parent because you kind of with your kids, that's how they're going to learn the life lessons. Really, just remind me of that because you can tell them whatever you like, but you have to actually live it. To experience it and grow. So
absolutely, but it's like also a skill that you should learn early on in anything. It's but you have to just keep doing it. You have to keep getting up and you have to keep doing it. But I think I think the hardest thing about probably starting, like you were saying before, like you're starting if you want to do stand-up, the hardest part, if I looked back on how hard it's been, I wouldn't have started. But I didn't know how hard it was going to be. And I think when you go in going, this is going to be great, and you've got to have some confidence about it and go, this could be really great. And it could be because I know people that have just like taken off overnight and they're just amazing straight away.
Yeah.
But it also takes a long time to find your voice as well and find out who you are. Like you probably found with podcasting as well. It's like, you can't be who you want to be at the end straight away. It takes so much time and so much legwork and, it's exhausting.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
No one is an overnight success.
No one.
No. It just seems like that on social media because I know that's
viral.
the whole thing of social media,
Yeah.
but you see all the virality of the random things going viral. Like, oh, how did that work? How did that work?
Yeah.
And Fonz and I always just like sometimes when our numbers are down, it's just like we just grind. It's
Keep
the
going.
grind.
Well, what do you
Grind
say
will
now?
get there.
There's grease on the wheels. We've got grease on the wheels now.
Yeah. Always greasing them wheels.
So you look like a dick to me, so everybody just listen to me. This is how not to be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
At a comedy show, what are the things that people are dicks about at a comedy show?
People that just want to talk the entire time.
Do you really have that?
Yeah, all the time. People that
Really?
just want to talk because they're on a night out
Yeah.
as well and they want to talk to their friend. They want to catch up with their friend and they don't know the rules of a
Is it
comedy
a
night.
specific demographic or is it
It's
a mix?
anyone. It's
Okay.
anyone.
All
A lot of
right.
boomers. A lot of
Yeah?
boomers are chatting.
Are they
'cause
deaf?
Pardon?
Are they deaf?
Yeah, they might be. Actually, that would explain a lot. There's a lot of chit chat, a lot of people chatting, a lot of people trying to like people coming in late. That's a big thing as well. So people that come in
Yes.
really late. A lot of people that don't really understand the rules of the show. People shouting out is always the worst. So people were heckling or just saying stuff really loudly.
But then I think, isn't that etiquette? You know that when someone's on stage, you be quiet.
You would think so.
You'd think so, but at pubs, it's a bit different. So it depends if it's a regular comedy room that's really nice, then people are like, oh, they're a bit more gracious. But if it's like a rough gig in like a brewery or something, or it's like a bar that people are talking up the back because they're not part of the night, then that becomes really tough because they're going on and on and on.
What about the corporate gigs?
Well, that's weird because they don't want you there. And they're trying to have a drink and they're trying to have a nice time, and then there's an entertainer up there.
Yeah.
So that's something that they don't like and they don't want you there, but the managers and the higher ups will go, this will be fun. We'll get a clown, and it's like, a clown. And then you're there talking and it's like no one's listening. But those things are easier because the pay is higher.
Yes.
And you can talk and talk and talk and just get through it.
I was about to ask, how do you feel about doing the corporate gigs?
Fine.
Okay.
I don't do a lot of them, but it's like I think for me, the ones that I have done, it's like, oh, you get paid to do 20 minutes. So you do 20 minutes, you do your best 20 minutes and you talk to the audience. If they don't want to talk, you keep going. You just kind of pivot until you're done.
Yeah.
And if they're not listening, they're not listening, and that's fine too. You go, well, I was here to do a job and I did my best job. Yeah. But if they don't want you there. That's the big thing. It's like they don't want you to be there. They're not interested in a comedian. I think musicians are great for corporate gigs, like because it's like
they can play.
Yeah, they can play. And people can talk.
Yes,
like Coldplay?
Coldplay. Yeah, like Coldplay. Yeah. For example, Coldplay.
I heard they're really good with the CEOs and
really
HRs.
good. Yeah. Really good with them, actually. But yeah, it is. Yeah, I think music works better in those sorts of settings. Someone trying to get 60 people sitting down, all seated. Most of their backs are facing towards you because they're like in a round table or something.
Okay.
So it's like those sorts of things. Like, why would they be paying attention? It's like they're there for like a big booze up and they've got their food. And so people eating at comedy shows is ridiculous. Like you can't laugh if you're hoeing into a Parmigiana.
A gnocchi?
A gnocchi, yeah.
Because remind me of the comedy club, I think at North Melbourne.
Oh, yeah,
I find, speaking of the seats, because sometimes you're there and everyone's sitting in the angle with the neck turned. It's so uncomfortable. Like it's nice. It is nice for a night out. So we did go for a few times.
Yeah.
Great Parmesan.
Yeah.
Right. The food was good. The food was the best performer.
Can I admit something? I was a dick at a comedy gig at the is it the comedy club?
Yeah.
When we saw Tanya Hennessy.
Right.
I accidentally heckled her. I'm still cringe to this day. Because it was such an accident. And Tanya, if you're listening, I'm sorry. But she was saying, okay, and now I'm going to go through a list of things not to do. And out of nowhere, I go, ugh.
You were just exhausted?
Now, granted, I did
the
just have
palmer was hitting.
I did just have my son. And when I came out of my mouth, I'm, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. And she gave a good comeback back, but I've never in my head forgiven myself for that.
Wow.
I think you can let it go.
You can let it go now.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional.
It wasn't intentional, but I remember you go,
oh, okay.
I'm like, oh my God, I hope no one can see me.
Just hide under the table.
Oh, I've hid behind my Parmesan.
Now, I've got to say, yes, so don't be a dick by heckling. What's your experience with hecklers and what the F do you do about it?
We just got to be very strong because there's no way that, like, the main thing about watching someone do stand up is you want to know that they're confident, because it's a very weird thing to be the only person in the room talking and everyone's just watching you. And so if you fumble and you're not confident, then the audience loses faith in you very quickly.
Okay.
And I've had just the worst hecklers, like, especially at nights, like that they're not sure about the etiquette. And they think they're helping. A lot of the time hecklers think they're helping. And they think they're being funny and they think everyone will find it funny. And then when they don't get a laugh from the thing they've said, then they're kind of irritated. So they try again and they try again and they try again. And it just becomes a thing. It's so ridiculous because they just think it's fun. They're on, a night out with a friend or something, or a loved one, and it's like they're just really trying to be funny and have fun, and then you're coming back. I think the big thing is not to embarrass them too much, because then it gets worse.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot
So
of the
not be
time-
combative type.
Yeah. If you go really hard on them, then they get really angry back because they've been made to look like a fool.
Yeah.
So it's a really hard mix. I usually just kind of ask them what they think they're doing. Like, just kind of, what is the best outcome? What are you trying to do? Who hurt you? That sort of stuff. Because it's like, it's better to just kind of go, what are you trying to do? Do you want to have the microphone? What do you want to do? Why are you doing this? What's your purpose?
Oh, that's a good question.
it's like-
it puts
it's
it back
like-
on them, but not in an attacking
What
way.
do you want to say?
Yeah.
And then just let them have it and then go,
Yeah.
is that done? Are you done?
They get all Oprah about it.
Yeah. Yeah, you really try to go, why are you doing this?
Mhm.
What's your purpose? What are you doing? Get a bit philosophical on
Yeah.
them, because once they've done that, they realize that there's nothing else to do. But if you go really hard on them, then they feel like they need to get angry back.
Yeah, I can just imagine
That's
tension in that room, awkwardness in the
exhausting.
room too.
And the audience are awkward.
Yes.
Yeah, the audience are awkward because
Yeah.
they're like, can you please shut them up in a nice way?
Yeah.
But then if they're like belligerent and they keep yelling back, it's just awkward for everybody. And
Yeah.
then,
But do you know what I love? And when the audience is on your side and like,
Yeah,
oh, just
yeah.
shut up.
yeah.
Let
That's
him
great too.
talk.
Yeah, that's great too. But then all of a sudden that person starts to feel like everyone's turning on them.
Yeah.
And then that can become worse as well, because it's really hostile already and they feel like the crowd's turning on them. And then sometimes they stand up and storm out
Yeah.
and start doing that. And that's exhausting as well. And they want a refund or they want, and it's just like, you were the one that's ruined everything for everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know why you think you're entitled to a refund.
They need to take responsibility for their actions.
Yeah, you don't see it a lot in a place like Melbourne or something. It happens more in like rural places. Where
Okay.
it's like people have had a few drinks on a
Yep.
Saturday night. They feel like they want to shout out. They feel like it's their night as well.
Mm.
And a lot of the time it's like, well, it is your night. You're having a nice time. But like the worst thing is people paid to be here.
Yeah.
So everyone else is paid to be here. So you're actually ruining
Their night.
everyone else's night.
Yeah.
And there's so much money that's gone into every part of this
Yeah.
night. So it's really annoying when you're like trying to ruin it for
Yeah.
everybody by saying something unrelated to a joke 3 jokes back. And they're like going, but what about this? And you go, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know, what are you talking about? And you're like, oh, that joke a while back. And you go, yeah, right. We've moved on. We've all moved on.
why does this make me?
Yeah.
I feel so cringe. Like I've got secondhand cringe
Yes.
from this.
I
Like,
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the worst. And after it as well, like, people sometimes they try and talk to you after it, like, oh, what I was trying to do or what else, and it's
Oh.
usually a real drunk. It's usually a very drunk guy that thought he was being funny with his mates. And,
Yeah.
and I've told a few off where they talk and then you end up, downstairs and they come up to you and talk to you and everything. And they're always really nice. So that's the thing. They're not aggressive off stage because they've got all the bravado when they're in the audience.
Yeah.
But then after it, you just go, okay, but you don't need to do that. And
Yeah.
you feel like some of your job as doing stand-up is just telling people like a teacher, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. You're really annoying me. And then you see how far it can go. But a lot of the time off stage as well, you're just telling an audience member how annoying they were.
Yeah.
It's all about boundaries,
It's
isn't
all
it?
about boundaries.
And you just
No,
need
I
the
don't want to hear
principal's
from you.
office.
Yeah.
Get
You
some
feel like
words of
being
parenting.
grounded.
Jeez.
Yeah. But it is annoying for everyone as well. That's the thing. Like, you're not just annoying me, you're annoying every person in the room right now
Yeah.
by trying to be the funniest person here.
There's only one funny person.
Yeah, that's right.
It's you.
Yeah, sometimes. Not every time.
Oh, I've got a question.
Mm.
What's your ideal audience?
Quiet. No, just in terms of not talking.
Yeah.
Ideal audience is just up for it. Like, they're just ready. They're there for a good time. And they just know that they're safe.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the best. It's like they know they're safe. They're going to have a good time. All they need to do is laugh and clap and have a good time.
Yeah.
That's the ideal audience. And also, like, from a setting point of view, they all have to be kind of together. It's really weird some places. Everyone's all spread out, sorry. They're all like there's like a group of chairs up the back and a big table, and there's like a round table and half of them are facing the other way.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
basically a corporate is
Yeah.
the idea of the worst, the worst possible gig. But yeah, it has to be just the same. It has to be like good acoustics. Everyone's facing the same way.
Yeah.
The lighting's good. The sound's really good. It just needs to be it's not hard to do right,
Yeah.
but so many get it wrong.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
It's a
You've
vibe,
got to
yeah.
set the atmosphere.
Yeah, for any show, it doesn't matter what it is. It's like for anything, it has to be exactly the perfect room for that sort of environment. There's one in Melbourne called Comedy Republic, which is the perfect setting for any comedy. Like it's just the sound is perfect, the stage is like everything, because it was built by comedians.
Whereabouts is that one?
It's on Burke Street in the city, so it's like the comedy club. It's like perfect. Reece Nicholson built the club, so it's like a really cool club. So Reece owns it with their partner Kyron and Alex Dyson. So it's a really perfect comedy club because they know exactly what a comedy club should be. There's a green room, so you're not sitting with the comedians. It's like it's a really good way to do it. So I do a lot of things there because I'm like, it's just kind of the nicest.
I would never have thought about the setting of that. I just that's really interesting.
You don't, or it doesn't work. As well. Like a brewery's always hard because it's like really high ceilings.
Yes,
the sound's really shit all the time. The windows are open up the back. Like there's a few things you need to get right. Lighting is a big thing as well.
Do you mean like your lighting for you?
And also like the lights down in the place. Like sometimes they leave the house lights on, and then they have like a weird spotlight that's not even hitting you. It's like pink or something. You know, what's going on with this? Who set this up?
I want to go back to the improv for a second. Talking to the audience.
Yeah.
So before we went on air, we talked about how some comedians don't think much of the sort of theatre, sports, and improv. But there is a really, I think, an art in this because you can have your set pieces in comedy, but then having that skill to improvise and be quick with the audience, I think that's a huge skill that freaks the fuck out of me. Like I could, not that I would want to be a comedian, but like, you know, you test, as I said, you test material, you've got the set on, but you never know what the audience member's going to come up with. And those comedians that come back so quickly.
Yeah. I like talking to the audience, so I do a lot of that. So I like doing that to not an exhausting point of view where it's like, you know, just get on with the show. But it's just like, I like it if people do sometimes say something and then you can hone in on them, find out what's going on. And if it's not aggressive, it's great. If it's, but then, you know, when people do call out or do something, you do feel like you have to really come back quickly. It doesn't really, and you don't have to say much either. Like it's not, you don't have to go on about it. You don't have to get everyone to boo them or anything. You just kind of go, I don't know what you're talking about, or, you know, really kind of hone in on what they're talking about, make one joke about it and then move on really quickly.
But even like in regards to the questions, like, you know, what do you do for a living and that sort of thing? Like how do you come up with it? Or it's just a matter of years of
just doing it over and over again. And it's not really important what you say because people are excited because it's something that hasn't been done before.
Do you remember the moment, was it last year, the cancellation of Arj Barker? And do you remember this?
Yeah.
It was last year,
Was it last year?
Yes,
it was.
Yeah.
And so I think it's sort of it probably got blown up, but I think it basically him having a go at a mum because they had the baby that's had, you know. Have you ever had sort of anything similar, like something big distraction, not like a heckler, but something similar to that?
I've had like someone that was on their phone for like a long time up the back of the room. And so things like that, you just kind of get more and more frustrated and it winds you up a little bit more and a little bit more. And you just kind of wait to see if it goes away. Yeah. I think that the interesting thing about the Arj Barker thing was that he did that and everything. And it was like, it seemed like a pretty fair enough thing that he was like over a few times kept saying, please be quiet, please be quiet, please be quiet. And then had to get her to leave. And then I remember she went on the project and she had an interview and her baby wouldn't stop crying on the camera and they then had to shut the interview down. So it was very funny the way that backfired. I was kind of like thinking, oh, it's going to everything's going to be fine. This will blow over, and tried to make them seem like the arsehole. That was the thing I was saying before. Like if the person if everyone's there and they've all paid, there's only a certain amount of time where you can let something like that happen for. And I think, I don't know much about Arj Barker and I know you don't know how that was handled, But it would annoy me if a little noise was happening, because it's kind of like a mosquito.
Yes, that buzzing.
That buzzing. Yeah. And after a while, you just got, it just keeps happening and it keeps happening and it keeps happening. Or someone's talking for a really long time and you keep noticing it, and you try and like swat it away a few times. And the more that mosquito keeps going around, you get more and more annoyed and more frustrated and trying to quieten it for everyone else.
Yeah.
And that's the really annoying thing. I don't often call audience members mosquitoes, but that is a really annoying part of it, where you're like, I just want you to be quiet.
Does it throw you off, like you're obvious set? Or
I just keep looking over because I know what I'm doing, but I just keep looking over, and then it just the more I'm looking over, then you're hoping that they're getting the point across that I need to be quiet.
Sammy, like, this is inspiring me to be a stand-up comedian because this is like teaching. You look at you give the kid a look to wait till they notice, or you go quiet and you wait till they notice.
Yeah. I
think I can do this.
Yeah. You just have to wait until they go quiet, because you're like, if it doesn't happen straight away, it will eventually happen, but God, it's annoying to do that. So the Arch Barker thing was an interesting one, because I remember it kind of divided a lot of people at the time. And I think the more that came out about it, it was like, no, I think he probably tried a few times before kicking them out.
Yeah.
Do you ever get scared of being cancelled?
No, not really. No, I'm not scared of that. But I mean, it is, I think a lot of people are very scared of saying the wrong thing.
I'm mindful of it. Like, it's crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Like, but we're not big enough, so it's like, oh, well.
Yeah, but we're not big enough, but if we get cancelled, we're done.
But yeah, it is a scary thing. It is a very scary thing. I think sometimes you're like, oh, that made sense, and that a lot of people that get cancelled, you're like, oh, yep, sure. Like, I understand why.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it's like a joke that someone made, 10 years ago, which seems like that's the way that it is. Like, it's not something new. I think so. Someone said the joke that you're going to get cancelled for, you've already made.
Oh.
And they're going to go through old tweets or they're going to go through old things to try and find all that out. And it's like, oh my God, everyone has a past. They're probably
we're
worried
not
about
perfect.
stuff. No.
And how lucky are we to have grown up with no social media? Like, we went out clubbing with no phone cameras, nothing.
We did. Yeah.
We did.
You're younger
You're
than
young.
us. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Sammy. Speaking.
No.
We had the Kodak disposable cameras, just saying.
But even like, the like the old Facebook posts and everything. Like, if I look through some of my old friends' old Facebook posts, you'd find anything in there that would be a cancelable offence, I think.
Well, ours are just embarrassing, really.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've read something, when it comes back as a memory,
as a
like,
memory.
oh my
I didn't want that as a
God.
memory. Got rid of it for a reason.
Like, why would I say that? Why would I tell someone, oh, I'm watching The First Bachelor, woohoo?
Yeah.
How lame.
It's early days. It's okay.
Yeah.
Forgive ourselves.
Rant, reeve, rant or rave.
Yeah.
Today we are going to be ranting and or raving social media stars of the animal kind. And what has inspired this is you, Sammy, Missy Diggins Official, his Instagram account.
Yep.
How? Why did you create an account?
I just sort of thought Missy Diggins Music is the account, because Missy Higgins Music is the actual famous singer-songwriter.
Doesn't that sound familiar?
And I just thought a few weeks ago, I was just like, I just want kind of an archive of Diggs, because people love photos when I put up photos of Diggs. And because he's been a part of the podcasting world for a long time, because he kind of is on all podcasts and you can always kind of hear him in the background. He's always bringing his toys up and he wants to see a guest or something. So I've just always had him around. And so now I'm kind of like, well, I'd like to kind of have an archive of all the photos, because he always, people always want to get photos with him as well. So I kind of just try and put photos of everyone he meets up and just something every week for him to do. But he pretty much just tags Hungry Jacks and everything, because I'm just obsessed with the idea that if he could talk, he would only talk about Hungry Jacks.
I want a Whopper.
Yeah, so I just reshares every Hungry Jacks post, and he just and it is photos with anyone that he meets, and he's so adorable. So I just love him. Love him so much.
I did notice his social media account is very socialite.
Very social.
Like the who's who of the media world. world.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
on
yeah.
Diggs' account.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. He's very social. He comes to me like to anything that I can have him at, I'll bring him.
Yeah.
Because he's beautiful. He wants to meet people. He's very, very loving, very caring, very calm. And especially for a rescue, you don't know what they're going to be like. And he just loves everybody and everything.
Yeah.
And if someone doesn't like him, he doesn't notice.
Aw.
He's not the smartest dog in the world.
That's okay. He's just
I've
full
heard
of
that-
love.
He's full of love.
I
Yeah.
have heard that about
Oh, you have?
boxers.
Yeah.
That they're not. Yeah, because my dog's half. Oh, I think he has a bit of box room.
Yeah.
And I'm jealous because I want my dog to be calm. I would love
Yeah.
to take my dog to wherever, but yes, because we got him during COVID, during the lockdowns, I couldn't actually do the training with him, and we tried to do it just online, didn't work.
Miss,
and I'm
that
jealous.
sounds like my daughter.
Yeah.
She was born during COVID. She missed out on the training. And I'm jealous of your dog.
Your dog behaves better than her daughter.
I'll say to her, sit. She says, why should I? But I actually had an Instagram account. I used to have a cat.
Oh, yeah.
Her name was Minnie. Her Instagram account was Minnie Minestrone, and she was a hairless cat.
Oh, wow.
And my partner brought him over to her house, my house at the time, and my dad looked at her and he goes, she better have a good personality because she's freaking ugly. But her personality came through. She was more of a comedian of the social media world.
Yeah.
She would sit in a pasta pot and do a bit of a pose and
Just fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are against having accounts for their pets. I think, a lot of people look down on it and everything.
That was my initial reaction when Franz brought this up. I was like,
Aw.
oh, sorry, I'm going to be blunt.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's not their thoughts, it's the owner's thoughts.
Yeah.
The amount of
and Geddes of she used to put the babies in the pumpkins.
the amount of times I went to Kmart to buy a costume for Minnie Minestrone. But then Jess Rowe reached out to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a photo of my nails with Minnie Minestrone, and Jess Rowe loved it and put it on her own social media.
Oh, that's cool.
That was my first.
That's your claim to fame.
That was my foray into social media fame.
Yeah.
But there are also celebrity Instagram accounts for pets.
Yep.
Boo. Remember Boo, the Pomeranian? This little Pomeranian. It was very, very cute. And they even released a book. And there's also Grumpy Cat.
Oh, yep. Yeah, of course. Grumpy Cat.
There's a new one called Jif Pom. And it's
Jif Pom, 9 million followers.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I had to get Diggs onto that. I reckon I could make him famous.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make him famous. I think he should be like an Instagram dog. That's what I feel like he should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try and get him a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. No, but I just want him to be an Instagram dog or imagine if I could live off just his Instagram account. Because there's some people that do that. Like they have the Grumpy Cat would have made, the parents a fortune. Like,
absolutely.
There would be like 9 million for a dog.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's the sort of stuff you want. Diggs has got about 500.
Do you know who?
That's almost our following.
Do you know who Jif Pom follows?
No.
They only have 50 followers. Sorry. They follow Sharon Osbourne,
Okay.
Katy Perry, and Diane Keaton, to name a few.
It's like
Oh,
an odd
wow.
mix.
Yeah. That's a very strange mix.
Yeah.
She's such a literal bitch because she doesn't follow any pet accounts.
Really?
Yeah, she's only human. So she's not out to share the fame. So unless Missy Diggins Missy Diggins music
Yeah.
sways her around. But also, has Missy Higgins reached out to you about Missy Diggins?
Yeah, so I called Diggs. Obviously, Missy was a guest on my podcast Confessions a few times. So so I told her that I was going to be naming my dog after her.
Yeah.
And she got a dog a while after and called it Diggs.
Oh.
So she's got like a dog called Diggs, and I've got Diggs as well.
Is that like stealing a baby name?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
I told her to lawyer up. But yeah, so she knows about it, and I've got to get a photo with both of them because that would be.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I think it'd be beautiful. But every post I do, every song, so every post has the same song. It's special too. So every single post has that, and he always tags Hungry Jacks.
Yeah.
Aw. Do you
Just for
remember, like around Christmas time or whatever? You might be a bit too young for this, but on the commercials on TV, they would put the Christmas albums of the dogs and the cats singing.
No.
Oh, I remember this. They used to sing Christmas carols, but they were cats.
That's fun. Diggs could do that. He could definitely do that. Yeah. And with AI and stuff, I could get Diggs doing anything.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I was definitely against it at the start, but now, like, not against it, but just kind of like, I don't really see the point. And then a few weeks ago, I was just like, I would like an archive of all of the different photos of him somewhere, because it's like so hard on your phone and everything. He's got
They're just there.
so many photos all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just so nice to have like just a little page of, all of his friends and all the people he hangs out with and everything, and just have that as a separate page. It's just, I do it for fun.
Yeah.
But it's just fun to just have another page where you're like,
You never know where it can lead you. Like, you might get a chum sponsorship.
yeah, how amazing would that be?
Oh.
I had a thing for a while that I wanted to be Diggs, like him as a new face of Dulux, because I think it's outdated. I can get rid of the sheepdog.
That bloody
Yeah.
sheepdog.
It's been there for years, as long as I can remember. Yeah.
So I thought just a rebrand and have Diggs as the bulldog that takes over.
You heard it
That'd be
here
quite
first.
nice. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But also there was a toilet paper ad. Remember the roly
Sorbent.
poly?
Yeah.
Sorbent one.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, roller, hang
Yeah.
on. Hey,
Yeah.
Diggs, hang on.
It would take over. It'd actually be quite good.
Would you ever put Diggs into like
show
commercials and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I want to get his Instagram page needs to take off first, and then
Yep.
then
It
I can
sounds like
have
he's
him
got
as
the
a
right
celebrity.
temperament. Like
He does. He'd be great on commercials. I could just hang out with him all day.
Yeah.
That's my dream. I'll retire
Yeah.
and just be a show dad forever.
That's the dream.
That actually is my dream.
Oh my God, you could be like Kris Jenner.
The momager.
But it'd be Dadager.
Dadager. Yeah, not as cool.
Doggy Dadager.
Yeah.
I want to give you a rant about these.
Oh, far out. I forgot it was rant or rave. My
That's all right,
apologies.
that's all right. Rant about it is it makes my dog look like an ugly underachiever. Because I said my dog ain't that. He's cute.
Yeah.
He's an American staff. He's not like one of those, those cute dogs like Jif Pom.
Like Jif Pom.
He's freaking cute ass. Looks like a
Right,
cartoon,
Yeah.
And I said my dog's a bit crazy
Right.
and feral. So yeah, it's sort of it divides the classes of the dog owners.
Yeah. Fair.
Miz, like the smoke and curtains of the media world, you can make Poncho
Yeah, absolutely.
look
Get some filters.
cool. Costumes.
Okay. Not a chance. I've tried putting something on him. Does no way. No, it can't be one of those cute ones. But I do rave that said when I thought of this, I thought, oh God, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then I looked at Jif Pom, and then I looked at some of these ones. And
Yeah.
thought, it's ridiculous, but it just puts a little light into the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a bit of
Harmless,
fun. And
it's
I don't think
pretty-
that anyone really takes it that seriously. Like, I mean, the ones like Jif Pom.
Jif Pom.
Might, it's a brand and it's a whole thing. But if you're just doing it for fun, I don't think it's a big thing. It's just like a fun thing that you update occasionally. You can just see what the pets are up to. It's kind of fun and ridiculous. And also they're not around for a long time, sadly, as well. It's like, you only have them for a short lifespan and everything. So it's like fun to just, have as much content as you can of them to look back on.
It's so funny, like preparing for this segment with Minnie's account.
Yeah.
And looking back, because she passed on she crossed the Rainbow Bridge. And looking back at her photos, gee, we had a lot of fun together. It's good memories. And I haven't deactivated her account.
Yeah.
But
Just keep it there and you can look back on it and
She's got
go,
more bloody fans than Midlifers, Miz.
What does that tell you?
We're going to grow some fur.
Oh, I just got a question
Yeah.
to you, Sammy, because I'm a dog person.
Yep.
So if I don't think I will ever actually follow a pet account.
Yeah,
I'm going to be
yeah,
honest with you, but I don't bag them. But if I did, it would be a dog one.
Yep.
Cats just don't do it for me. Are you a
Yep.
dog or a cat person?
I'm an animal person. I love all.
okay.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of all animals.
All right.
But definitely more dog. Like I'd definitely be more of a dog person just because I love having a dog.
Dog.
Yeah, I love having
Would you
a dog.
follow a cat account?
I do follow a cat account.
Okay,
I do follow one
alright.
cat account. Yeah. But I do like cats as well. Like really like cats. But yeah, dogs are like my main. I just love them because they give you so much love as well, and
I
you
love
just
a dog.
squeeze them,
Yes,
and
do
they're
all that.
excited to see you. And that's
Yeah.
when you live by yourself as well, it's very nice to come home to a
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
But I would like to. Yeah, I'd have a cat as well. But I do follow one cat account at the moment, I think. And
Yeah.
but I find them very cute, so I like looking at them and seeing what they're up to.
Yeah.
I just give a shout out to hairless cats here,
Yeah.
to Sphinx cats. They are the dog of the cat world. I see you.
Yeah.
But Minnie was like a dog. She would just come up and sit in your lap, and she was beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I'm
yeah.
sure sure.
And she
I'm
felt-
sure her personality was lovely.
She felt like suede when you
Oh,
patted her
okay.
because I didn't want to touch her at the start.
Yeah.
Right.
And then my partner was like, feel her, she's like a suede shoe. And as soon as he compared it to a shoe, I was fine.
You're in.
Yeah.
I was in.
It
Come
just,
here, Manolo Blahnik.
so it just reminded me because I was at my daughter's dance school a few weeks ago and one of the mums goes, "Oh, I bought a new cat." And she showed me the photo and it's one of those Sphinx cats. I couldn't hide my I was just like,
You're disgusted.
yes. You should go, "Oh, that's cute." I was just like, "Ah," and she turned away from me and showed someone else. I couldn't even fake it. I couldn't. I'm sorry.
You got to work on your acting
I know.
skills.
It's just like, again, it's just like being called out right there. I'm like,
yeah.
sorry.
But do you know what I thought about? And I know I'm going off topic of rant or rave,
Yeah.
and I apologise to both of you for it, but I thought about what if TV or movie dogs had an Instagram account? What would they be like? So I thought about Lassie. That would be a very
Yeah.
pretty but a rescuing account.
Bouncer.
Yeah.
Bouncer from Neighbours.
What's Bouncer like back in
He's
Neighbours?
a Labrador.
He was a
Labrador's
Labrador.
just,
Labrador.
big,
Yeah.
friendly dog.
But then I thought about, what about Cujo? Cujo, the Stephen King film where he got bitten by a
no.
bat?
I was thinking of Cujo from Kath and Kim, the dog.
Well,
I think it's
probably named after him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in the movie, Cujo was a big Saint Bernard, big
Right.
friendly dog,
Yeah.
and then he got bit by a bat, and they turned it into a horror movie.
Ah.
And so, if you can make Poncho lovable on Instagram,
True.
can Cujo be lovable on Instagram?
No, because I can't make Poncho lovable on Instagram.
I think-
Sorry.
But then, if you think he got bitten by a bat, maybe he would have in 2020 been the real deal, like a viral sensation.
Yeah.
And then I thought about Lady and the Tramp, OnlyFans.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, the kissing.
They can get
The
off
noodle.
with the spaghetti.
Well,
Hello.
Turner Hooch. Oh, do you remember Turner
Oh,
Hooch?
yeah.
Yeah,
the
the
slobber.
slobber.
Yeah. I wonder if there are celebrity ones from film and everything. There must be.
It has to be,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Because that'd be
think
a
there
big
would be.
deal in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I know
Getting
Paris
sponsorships.
Hilton, she's got lots of pets, but I don't think they have their own account.
Yeah, right.
I reckon they
I would be
would.
following
I reckon
it.
they would.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to find them later. Follow them all.
All right, so
right.
let's put it. We at the end of this episode, we say, do we rant it or do we rave it? And I started off ranting it, but now looking at it, I'm actually not even raving it. I'm on the
Are you
fence.
in the
I think,
middle?
it's cool. It's not for me,
Yeah.
but I approve. I'll let other people do it.
Yeah,
without my
I'll
judgment.
allow it.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
If it makes you happy, I rave it. And if it
Yeah.
brings a bit of joy to the world, rave.
Yeah, I rave it. I follow a lot of accounts like that, and I love it. I don't think it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And I love seeing, I don't know, owners of pets try and put their a little personality on them. I
Yeah,
find
yeah.
that kind of cute and nice. And
Yeah.
it's nice to look at the end of the day as well. So
Yeah.
I like it. I'll rave it.
So, midlifers, let's give love to our friend Sammy. Leave a comment of the episode. Buy a ticket to his live podcast show, Two Drunk Aunties, for August 10. Any further details, Sammy?
Yeah, it's at Comedy Republic. It's lots of fun. It'll just be with Will Anderson and my dog Diggs, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Wow,
Yeah.
everyone that we talked about on the show.
I
is
know,
gonna be
everyone's gonna be there.
How
The who's who.
exciting!
And also, if you're new to the show, please click subscribe on your favourite account that you stream us from.
Yes, forget about the pet accounts. Come over to ours.
Yeah,
please.
yeah, that's right.
We're struggling more than the
Love those
pets.
We're the Milo and Otis of Instagram.
But thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
Oh, thank you for having me.
Sammy.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the cocktails.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we've been drinking cocktails,
Yeah.
everyone.
P.S.
In case you're
Chin,
wondering.
chin.
And we'll see you all next week.
See you next week. Bye.